Hey, what's happening, DC here? DC over here, it's me, the DC Guy01, and welcome to this week's Versus episode on the Walkthrough channel. This week, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin against Otis. I can't remember, but I swear this is the same Versus we did last year, around this time. Because there was quite a few birthdays this past week, most of them all on the same day. December 18th is just a very crazy day for birthdays. You have Stone Cold Steve Austin's birthday. He turned 59. You have Trish Stratus' birthday. She turned 48. You have Rob Van Dam's birthday. He turned 53. And then beyond just wrestlers, just if you look up the amount of people who were born on December 18th. You're gonna see a lot of different names, like known people, a lot of famous people are born on that day. It's crazy how many like super famous people are born on that day. I don't know, something about December 18th. And then, of course, December 21st was Otis's birthday. He turned 32. Here he comes, the caterpillar. Also, I'd like to point something out about Steve Austin now that we just mentioned his birthday. He's 59. And there were people who, as soon as CM Punk returned to WWE, they were like, we can finally get it. We can finally get Steve Austin versus CM Punk, the dream match. Which, I get why people are excited for that. Because, yes, that was a dream match for a very long time, especially in the early 2010s. They even teased it in the early 2010s. For the build-up to WrestleMania 28, I believe. It was either 27 or 28. They were hyping that up after, CM Punk had his crazy year, where he just became the most popular guy in the company. I think it was when they were promoting 2K13, which CM Punk was on the cover of, that they were teasing that. And it didn't happen then because, Austin wasn't in any condition to wrestle a high-profile match, but now people are like, it can happen now, and it's 10 years have passed. If he wasn't, in a good enough condition to do it then, he's not good enough condition to do it now. I mean, yes, he had that WrestleMania match against Kevin Owens, but that was a no-holds-barred match that allowed Austin to work at a very slow pace, take his time, not put his body at any risk. Now, why they of course could do that, with CM Punk, that's not what people want. They don't want to see that. They want to see a wrestling match between those two, which Austin's just not in that physical condition to do anymore. I mean, no one, once they get to 59, is in that condition to do that anymore. Unless they're Sting, I guess, but... yeah, we shouldn't be holding our breath for an Austin-Punk match anytime soon, or ever. And if it does happen, I genuinely believe it could end up being Goldberg versus Undertaker. I don't want to see that happen to Austin. But anyway, moving on to Raw and SmackDown. Raw began with R-Truth beating JD McDonough of the Judgment Day in a street fight, with the stipulation that whoever lost the match would have to leave the Judgment Day. Uh-oh. Now, this stipulation was added by R-Truth before it started, the joke being that, where is he to make the stipulation when he's not even in the Judgment Day? But of course, he doesn't realize he's not actually in it. He just kind of thinks he is. So, McDonough and Judgment Day, they accept the stipulation because they got nothing to lose, pretty much, because R-Truth's not even in it. Well, then JD McDonough loses, and now there's the question of, does he actually leave Judgment Day? We'll have to see where they go with this. Gunther beat The Miz to retain the Intercontinental Championship and a rematch from the match at Survivor Series, which was, I think, just as good as their Survivor Series match. I mean, it was a very hard-hitting, good match. Coming down. Kaden Carter and Katana Chance beat Piper Niven and Chelsea Green to become the new women's tag team champions. There's a title change that came out of nowhere. Really, on free TV? Okay. I feel like this happened a few times. I feel like when Piper Niven and Chelsea Green won the women's tag titles, it was on free TV. Or am I mistaken? Was that someone else? I don't know, I just feel like there's been a lot of like tag title changes on free TV recently. I know Balor and Priest won the tag titles on free TV, so maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Haha. Ooh. Oh, ow. Oh no, ow. Hi. Kind of froze there for a second. What the? Uh-oh. Oh no. Haha. I tricked you. Or, I guess you didn't trick me. You can't trick me like that. I saw that coming from a mile away. Right. Oh no. Rip at his face. Ivar beat Akira Tozawa, and what was surprisingly competitive, but nothing more than, it was still very one-sided, but it wasn't like a full-on squash. Akira got some offense in, but yeah, there was never any doubt that Ivar was going to win. Jey Uso beat Ludwig Kaiser. And in the main event, Damian Priest and Finn Balor beat the Creed brothers to retain the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. So I guess, remember that whole, what was it, gauntlet, I guess you'd call it, that was last week to determine the number of contenders? Well, that went nowhere. They lost the match. It was a good match. It was a very good match, but I don't know, I feel like that's something they should have saved. Maybe built it up for a couple more weeks. Save it for day one. I mean, there was just 2 more weeks away. Use those 2 weeks to like hype it up. Like have one Creed brother face not Austin Theory. Have one Creed brother face Priest, and then 1 week, and then the next week have the other Creed brother face Finn. You know, have that happen. Maybe have one have Balor lose and Priest win in this Great Ascension. I don't know. I feel like there were some other options that you could do here. Ow. Into the corner with you. Knee strikes. Trash talk. Get out of here. Drop the hammer. Moving on to SmackDown. Mia Yim, Shotzi, Bianca Belair, and Zelina Vega beat Damage Control in a Holiday Havoc match, which is basically just a street fight with a bunch of Christmas-themed weapons, similar to the Miracle on 34th Street fight from a week ago. Dragon Lee beat Butch to retain the NXT US title, or North American title. Once again, we're getting more teases of Butch returning to his Pete Dunne gimmick. Again, teasing that he's going to break off to become a single star on the main roster. Kevin Owens beat Carmelo Hayes to advance in the United States Championship tournament. Santos Escobar faced Bobby Lashley, which ended with Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo making their return to WWE and interfering on behalf of Escobar, which allowed Escobar to get the win over Lashley. Now this was something that was teased, or maybe not teased, but I guess theorized was going to happen a few weeks ago, that Garza and Carrillo were going to return, and basically the three of them were going to form like a new LWO or something, or like Renegade and LWO to face Rey Mysterio and his team. Honestly, I could see that leading to some real fun matches. I mean, imagine Santos' team is Santos, Angel Garza, and Humberto Carrillo against Rey Mysterio and, you know, the other members of the new LWO in like 6-man tag matches or 2-on-2 tag matches, or I mean, those could be some fun matches. And you got so many different combinations to work with there also. Oh no. Oh no, please don't follow me. Yeah, that's right, you piece of trash. Good night. Count it. What? Otis kicked out the stunner. The main event, AJ Styles faced Solo Sikoa, and what was kind of disappointing, I mean, you know, after AJ makes his big return last week, you know, you're expecting him to be this new ruthless character, and then he basically just goes back to being the AJ Styles he's been for the last couple years. Nothing really different. And he also didn't really dominate the match either. It was mainly Solo dominating. And then as soon as AJ started to make a comeback, Roman Reigns came out and attacked AJ, causing a DQ. Remember, this was like Reigns' first appearance on SmackDown in a few weeks. This was supposed to be like, you know, the big return that they were hyping up throughout the whole show, and really all he does is just attack AJ when he didn't really need to. Anyway, this led to Randy Orton, Jimmy Uso, and LA Knight all running down, all of them getting into a fight. And then the show ends with Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and LA Knight actually kind of getting into it. Teasing, this is more, not really teasing, but more building up to a match at New Year's Revolution, which will be, so Raw is going to get the Day 1 event, and then SmackDown's getting the New Year's Revolution for New Year's in a week or two. And the main event of that show is going to be a triple threat between Knight, Styles, and Orton to determine the number one contender for Reigns' title at the Royal Rumble event. So it's going to be a big match. And it's funny, you got these 3 40-year-olds competing to be number one contender for the world title. I know, I think someone mentioned this, I saw a comment on like some video. It was a backstage segment between LA Knight, CM Punk, and Orton, basically saying like, it's sad when 3 40-year-olds create more excitement than your entire roster combined, kind of thing. And again, here you got 3 40-year-olds competing to be world champion. But I think that this is still going to be a very fun match. It'll be fun to see who WWE decides to go with. I mean, the fans obviously want Knight. I mean, the reaction he was getting on SmackDown this week, you know, proved that. I mean, even over people like Orton and Styles. I mean, that just shows you how much people love Knight. Alright, can Austin get him over? Get him over, Steve. There you go. Got a little lightheaded there. Whoa. Jawbreaker. Alright, get up, big man. Get the caterpillar. Count it. It's over. 3 stunners. He's done for. Yeah. And that's it for Raw and SmackDown. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of the 2 shows. What are your guys' thoughts of the upcoming Day 1 and New Year's Revolution events, which is basically just a special episode of Raw and SmackDown. It's not actually a pay-per-view. Who do you think WWE is going to go with in the triple threat for Roman Reigns' next challenger? Think they're going to go with Knight, or you think they're going to go with Orton? For some reason, I don't see them going with AJ, like at all. I can see them either going with Knight or Orton. I'm not sure who they're going to go with. I don't know, we'll have to see. But, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and make it visit all the time. Stay tuned for next week's first episode, and next week where we continue our Batman Arkham Asylum walkthrough. Happy holidays, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good holiday season. If you're traveling, good luck. That's really all I can say. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Guy01 and the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin, signing out. Bye, guys.